All right. Hey, welcome back to day 2 of your challenge. So throughout the week, the practice is going to be building off of what we learned in day 1, but it's going to be getting a little more challenging each day with more repetition of some of the stuff and a little bit more challenging poses. So let's get started. Today we're going to begin in child's pose, and we'll do the ab work more towards the middle of the practice. Oh, and by the way, I'm here with Stacy today. Stacy's going to be demonstrating the postures. If you've never met Stacy before, she's a regular on the channel, and I'll be teaching today. All right, so let your hips release back and down onto your heels, and just let your head start to drop towards the floor without losing the feeling that you're elongating your spine. Reach into your hands evenly. And just take a moment here to shift gears, shift your focus, go into your body and feel your breath. Then come up onto your hands and your knees. And like we practiced yesterday, just start by reaching your right arm forward without your ribs twisting. Hold here, and then reach your left leg back behind you. Good. The higher you stretch your leg, the more the lower back will want to sink, so keep your lower belly lifted as you reach to your heel. Then change sides. Send your left arm forward with control. Stretch your right leg back behind you. Keep your lower belly lifted. Try to keep the hips level to the floor. Lower your hand and your knee down. Inhale, change sides. Now exhale, bring your elbow and your knee towards each other. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, elbow, knee together. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, elbow, knee together. Inhale, reach back out. And lower your hand and your knee down. Change sides. Send your left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, elbow, knee together. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, elbow, knee together. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, elbow, knee together. Inhale, reach back out. Lower your hand and your knee down. Then one leg at a time, step back into plank pose. Stretch down evenly through your hands and spread across your collarbones. Now lift your right leg up just an inch up off the floor without your chest narrowing. Keep spreading the upper chest. Keep your waist lifted. Change legs. Raise your left leg up just an inch. Change legs. Right leg up an inch. And now bring your right knee up towards your chest. Change sides. Lift your left leg up an inch and bring your left knee up towards your chest. Stretch your leg back. Set your knees down and lie down onto your belly. Stretch your arms back behind you. Then lift your shoulders, head, chest up off the mat. And as you rotate from your inner arms towards your outer arms, spread across your collarbones. Keep lengthening out. Press the tops of the feet down and lift the inner kneecaps up. Spin the inner thighs towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the tip of the tail towards the heels. And lift your left leg up an inch without your lower back twisting. Change legs. Lift your right leg up just an inch. Lift both legs up an inch and lengthen the low back. Lift the skin from your lower belly up towards your heart. And then lift both hands up an inch now. Good. Put your hands at your side right underneath your elbows, Cobra. And then press the feet down. Roll the chest more. Lower the chest back down. Press up onto hands and knees and stretch back into your first down dog. Reach down even into your hands. Open up through your toes, the soles of your feet. Then walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, make a flat back, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart, Samastiti. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Step back one leg at a time into plank pose. Hold in plank with your chest open and raise your right leg up an inch. Then without rounding, bring your knee towards your chest. Keep a long spine. Change legs. Stretch that leg back and lift the left leg up an inch. Bring your knee up towards your chest without rounding. Blades stay on the back. Stretch your leg back and lower down onto your belly. Point your toes back. Inhale into Cobra again. Roll the chest forward. Open the hands even into the mat. Point the inner elbows straight back instead of the outer elbows. And then lower back down. Press up onto hands and knees and stretch back into downward facing dog. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Inhale, come up on your fingertips and lengthen. Then float your arms back behind you. Hold here in this position. Turn your inner arms to the outer arms, inner shoulders to the outer shoulders. And as you lengthen back through the tail, reach through the sides of your chest forward. Then set your left hand down onto the block or onto the floor. Find your length again, then start to turn your left outer ribs to initiate the twist. Keep lengthening through your spine as you're twisting. Then bring your right hand back down. Step back to plank. Stretch back to down dog. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. Inhale, come up on your fingertips. Then float your arms back behind you. And as you hold here, turn from the inner arms to the outer arms. Expand across your chest. Stretch, activate the back leg. Imagine your back heel is against the wall and you're really reaching through the tailbone, through the back leg to lengthen. Then set your right hand down. Start to turn from your outer ribs. And take your arm up. Breathe through your nose. Smooth, steady breathing. Feel where you're feeling the sensation in the body. And see if the breath can help to take you deeper, to open up where you're resisting. Bring your hand back down. Step back into plank pose. Hold there for a breath. And stretch back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, make a flat back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart, Samastiti. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step back one leg at a time into plank. Lower slowly all the way down onto your belly. Point your toes back, inhale into Cobra. So the most advanced variation would be to come all the way up into up dog. But before we attempt this, keep rolling from the inner shoulders to the outer shoulders. And keep the lift from your lower belly. Now start to roll up from the strength of your back instead of pushing so much with your arms. So see how Stacy is articulating through the spine, using her back strength to roll up. Then at the last moment, she's going to roll the shoulders back all the way into position and then roll the chest through the arms up towards the ceiling. Then glide back to down dog. If when you're pushing into up dog, your arms come in front of your chest, that would be counterproductive. It'd be like teaching your shoulders to do this and your chest to close. So if you just stay somewhere in like half in between Cobra and up dog as you start to build strength in your back muscles, that would be better. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, make a flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold, let your head drop. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale the hands to your heart. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step back one leg at a time into plank. Lower slow with control, all the way under your belly. Point your toes back. Inhale, come into Cobra. Hold there or roll all the way up into up dog or somewhere in between. But keep leading with your chest. Don't let the shoulders push down in front of the chest. Roll those inner shoulders to the outer shoulders and stretch back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet all the way up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, raise your arms up. Exhale the hands to your heart. Inhale into chair pose, bend your knees, sit your hips back. Good, then bring the hands to prayer. And without your hips twisting, bring your left knee up. Good, then step back into crescent, lean the chest forward. Then take your arms up. And as you ground down to your back foot, to the toe mounds, lift the back inner thigh, stretch the back leg longer. Now lower your arms to your side and start to lean your chest out over your knee. Hold there. Then as smooth as you can, keeping your right hip hugged in, step up to balance on your right leg. Nice. Now without your left foot touching the floor, come up to stand, bring your knee up, raise your arms up. Then drop your arms to your side and tip back into warrior three again. Come back up, bring your knee up, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, arms straight down to your side, back into warrior three. Last one. Come back up. Inhale, knee up, arms up. Lower your arms and lower your leg. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back. Oh, it's getting real now. It's on. Bring your hands to prayer position. And raise your right knee up towards your chest without your hips twisting. Then start to lean your chest forward a bit so you can tip back and step back into crescent. Raise your arms up. And as you reach down in between your right big toe mound and second toe mound, stretch the back leg longer. Good, now arms to your side, lean your chest out over your knee, and step up into warrior three. Good, hold steady here. Then without your right foot touching the floor, come up to stand, knee up, arms up. Drop your arms back to your side and tip back into warrior three. Inhale, come back up, knee up, arms up. Arms to your side, tip back into warrior three. Last one, come back up, knee up, arms up. Good. Lower your leg and drop your arms to your side. All right, turn to your side and separate your legs wide apart. Spread your arms out too. Okay, so in this pose, imagine that we have this, can you see the trees behind? I don't know if you can see the trees behind, but there's trees back here. So I want you to visualize like your legs are roots from trees and the soil level is right here at your belly button. So from your belly button, you're gonna grow through your legs, through your toes, through your feet, and reach down through the earth. Then from your belly button up, you're gonna grow the trunk and then grow your branches, and your head could be like leaves, growing tall through your crown. Turn your left toes in a little, turn your right leg all the way out. You can have your blocks set up if you need them. Bend the right knee and put the right hand down onto the outside of the foot. Left arm over your ear. Remember, you can always go forearm to thigh if the block is too low. You'll know that you're too low because you'll be hunched over and the chest will be closed. You won't be able to breathe. We want to be able to find the length through the four sides of the waist again, just like we practiced yesterday. Reach through the tailbone through your back heel and lift through the sides of your chest away from your hips. Press your right knee back towards your right arm. And as you inhale, come back up. Change sides, straighten your right leg. Turn your feet to the other side. Bend the left knee and place your hand down. All right, so to come into the standing poses from this way, it's really easy to find the opening, the space. Tomorrow we're going to practice going to the standing poses from vinyasa. It's a little more challenging, but it's more difficult to find the space too. So we'll try that tomorrow, but today just coming from standing. Reach down through your feet. Inhale, come back up. Turn your feet to the other side and reach out for triangle pose. So the right knee points straight ahead in line with the right toes towards the side. Make sure that your back foot is angled inward a little bit. It's like a little pigeon toed. Then again, look for the length through all four sides of your waist and turn from your right outer ribs to help open up your chest as you reach. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come back up to stand. Turn your feet to the other side. And reach out over your left leg. Take one more deep breath here. Then reach through your feet and inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Turn your left toes in. Now clasp your hands behind your back, roll your shoulder heads up and back, chest open, inhale. Exhale, start to fold forward in between your legs. Open up through all four corners of your feet, let the toes spread. Press down through your feet, inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Turn your left foot out and step up to the top of your mat, mountain pose. Inhale into chair pose, bend your knees, sit your hips back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose, one leg at a time. Chest open, hold here. Raise your right leg up an inch. And without rounding, bring the knee up into your chest. Change legs. Left leg up an inch. Bring the knee up. Stretch back. Downward facing dog. Good, then set the left knee down. Open up for side plank. Right arm up. So first get the feeling like your back's up against the wall. Let the head come back into alignment with the spine. Lengthen the tail. Then hold there or stretch your left leg out behind your right. So the better you get at finding this line, you'll be able to do it straight from down dog, which we often do on the channel. But this is a great way to train your body to get the strength and stability and really opening that you need to be able to be in this position. 2 more breaths here. Good. Slowly lower your hand down and your right knee down. Change sides. Good. Open up across your chest, lengthen the spine. Then hold there with the knee down or stretch your right leg out behind your left. Good, 3 more breaths here. Keep reaching down even through your right middle 3 knuckles and turn the right inner arm to the outer arm as you open up your chest. Nice, then come back down onto the hand, set both knees down, set your elbows down. Good, then turn your thumbs to point up towards the ceiling and reach down through the center of your forearm bone, outer forearm bone. Then as you keep reaching through the forearm, one leg at a time, step back into plank on your forearms. Roll the inner arm to the outer arm, inner upper arm, inner shoulder to the outer shoulder. Spread your collarbones, but keep your waist lifted. Now raise your right leg up just an inch without your middle twisting. Belly up. Change legs, lift the left leg up just an inch. Good job, set that foot down. Lower your hips down, Sphinx Pose, chest open. Turn the hands flat, but as the hands turn in, don't let the shoulder roll in with it. Keep turning the inner shoulder to the outer shoulder. Good, then lower your chest down. Stretch back into down dog. Step your right foot for crescent. Inhale, reach your arms up. Then place your right hand on your right outer hip. Keep lifting from the front of your pelvis up through your pinky. And as you exhale, start to turn from your left outer rib towards your right knee. Hook the elbow onto the knee. Then lift the chest, lengthen, join your palms together. So just like we practiced in the first twist, find the length first. Get as long as you can, like you're opening up the crown of the head straight out towards the wall in front of you. Open the pelvic floor towards the back inner ankle. And find as much space in between the crown and the pelvic floor as you turn your left ribs. Then bring your hands back down. Step back to down dog. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. Inhale, come up into crescent, arms up. Bring the left hand onto the left outer hip and lift from the front of the pelvis up past the pinky. Reach and hook your elbow down onto your knee. Once you get the elbow hooked, lift up from the front of the pelvis again. Then join your palms together. And as you press your index finger knuckles, spread across your collarbones. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Step back to down dog. Good, then step your feet forward to the front of the mat, feet outer hips distance apart. And let's practice that squat again, like we practiced yesterday. Lower the buttocks down onto the heels. Then join your palms together. Good, then fold forward, Uttanasana. Okay, now in this next round, bring your feet together. Let your heels lift a little bit and start to sit your buttocks back onto your heels. Then stretch your arms forward. Turn your palms to face up. Open the inner shoulder and then slide the upper arms back against the shins so they hook into there. Then turn your hands flat. And from the lift of the pelvic floor and the lower belly, start to lean into your arms, lift the hips, and maybe you can lift the feet up one at a time. Now straighten the arms if you can. Bring the buttocks towards the heels. And then fold forward. Set the feet down, let your head drop. Nice job. So if you're not balancing yet, just work on the intention of leaning up over the hands and pulling up from your core. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up to stand. Now grab a hold of opposite elbows behind your back. Step your left foot back about 3.5 feet. Roll your shoulders back and inhale. Exhale, start to tip forward halfway out over your leg. So if you really struggle getting the flat back position, you can forget about the arm bind and just work on putting the fingertips down and finding the flat back. Otherwise, if it's coming well already, start to lengthen all the way out over your leg. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Step your left foot forward, step your right foot back. Change the clasp of the hands, take the other hand on top. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, start to fold forward halfway out over your leg. Pause there. Then navel to spine, lengthen all the way out over your leg. Press down through your feet. Inhale, come back up. Step your back leg forward and release your arms. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Good, now start to lower your buttocks all the way onto your heels, but keeping the heels down if possible. Then sit the buttocks to the floor and come into boat pose. Bring your knees up. Start with your knees bent and work on engaging your low abs. Balance in between your tailbone and your sit bone so you're not leaning back too far, not forward too far. Feel your lower belly support you. Good. Now lower onto your lower back for low boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Bend your knees again. And really get into the abs here. Hold, let the abs support your legs and support the crunch. Tuck from your abs, tuck the top abs into the low abs. Now send just your left leg forward without your abs uncrunching. Keep those abs in tight. Slowly change legs. Keep the abs in tight. Good, rebend the knees, hug the knees in and roll back up to seated. Then put your feet a foot in front of you, a couple feet in front of you, hands a foot behind you. Roll your shoulder heads back and open up your chest. Then start to lift your hips up. Turn the shoulder heads back again, expand across the chest, and then start to lift your hips up higher without your shoulders turning in. Good, lower your hips back down. Back to boat pose, knees up, arms forward. Then slowly lower into low boat pose, knees bent, modified low boat. Tuck those abs in, hold the legs from the abs, and then send your right leg forward, nice and slow without your lower belly falling. Change legs, left leg forward. Abs in tight still. Good. Now lift the left leg up halfway and see if you can stretch your right leg out to meet it. Oh, keep the abs crunched. Tight, tight. Now take your right leg up and bring your hands up and over to the outside of your ankle. Change sides, up and over to the outside of your left ankle. Bring both legs up and lower your head down. Ground your feet, then lift your hips up. Bridge pose. Keep rolling from the shoulders into the floor. And as you reach to the feet, lift outer hips. Now bring your arms alongside, but keep rolling the shoulder heads back, chest open. Then lower your hips back down. And for your last stretch, ankle to knee pose. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and hug your left knee towards your chest. change the cross of your legs. And uncross your legs and stretch out for Corpse Pose, Shavasana. Let your palms turn up at your side. And then as we practice Shavasana today, we'll use that same visualization of the tree. So visualize from your navel, you're connecting down into the earth and absorbing all the nutrients from the earth to help to replenish the body. And then also from the navel, you're connecting up into the sky to take in the energy from the cosmos, helping to set the mind onto a higher plane of thought. Because the more positive we can be, the better that is for the body. So all the negativity, fear, that all has an effect on how we digest, on the organs, and the health of the body as a whole. So as you practice this visualization, taking in nutrients from the earth, taking energy from the sky, allow the body to be restored. Then gently bend your knees and roll over to your right side. And press yourself up to seated. All right, sit up tall, bring your palms together. Thank you, namaste. All right, thanks for practicing today. I'm so stoked you're doing this challenge. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button, leave a comment below, let me know how day 2 went for you, if you're still with it, and also subscribe to the channel. Do me a favor as well, go to timsinesiyoga.com and sign up for the email list so that you can be a part of the daily emails that go along with the channel, where I send you more information about each video for the day. Thanks, see you tomorrow. All right. Let's see.